we know that when a transversal intersects two lines, 8 angles are formed. So this is a transversal P which intersects line M and line N, and these 8 angles are formed. Now among these 8 angles, the angles which lie within the two lines are called interior angles. So we see that angle 3, 4, 5 and 6, they lie within the two lines. Now when I say two lines, I mean the lines other than the transversal. So the angles that lie within the two lines are called interior angles. So 3, 4, 5 and 6 are the interior angles. And what are exterior angles? The angles which lie outside the two lines. So these angles are called exterior angles. Angle 1, 2, 7 and 8 lie outside the two lines, and hence these angles are called exterior angles. So now can you say that if T is a transversal intersecting these two lines, whether angle 1 is an interior or an exterior angle? Well, T is the transversal intersecting these two lines, this line and this line. One lies outside the two lines, one lies outside this line. So one is an exterior angle. Angle 1 is an exterior angle. Now let us come to pair of alternate interior angles. What does it mean? Interior angles means they will lie within the two lines. So they will be among these four angles. Pair means two angles are together called alternate interior angles. So we need to find two angles among these four angles. And alternate means they are on the alternate sides of the transversal or opposite sides of the transversal. So they are on the alternate or the opposite sides of the transversal. So interior angles which are on the alternate or opposite sides of the transversal are called pair of alternate interior angles. So angle 4 and angle 5 form a pair of alternate interior angles. They are the interior angles because they are within the two lines and they are on the alternate sides of the transversal. Now what about 3 and 4? Even angle 3 and angle 4 are both interior. Even they are on the opposite sides of the transversal. Can we call them as pair of alternate interior angles? Well, no, because they have to lie on different vertices or formed on different lines. So angle 4 has vertex as this and 5 has vertex as this. So they need to have different vertices. So 4 and 5 are a pair of alternate interior angles, whereas 4 and 3 are not a pair of alternate interior angles. Now even 3 and 6 form a pair of alternate interior angles. So 3 and 6, they lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. They are formed on different vertices. And obviously, as we can see, they are interior angles. So 3 and 6 form a pair of alternate interior angles. Now some books refer to pair of alternate interior angles as simply pair of alternate angles, and they remove this word interior. So in some books, pair of alternate interior angles are referred to as pair of alternate angles. Now let us find a relation between the pair of alternate interior angles when the lines are parallel. We know that when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the corresponding angles are equal. These two are corresponding angles. So when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, these two should be equal. let us call this angle as angle A and this angle as angle B. In case of parallel lines, angle A is equal to angle B because these form a pair of corresponding angles. Now, if you look at this angle, let me call this angle C. So angle A and angle C are vertically opposite angles. A and C are vertically opposite angles. So I can say angle A and angle C are equal because we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So A is equal to B and A is equal to C, which means that all three are equal, A equal to B equal to C. So I can say that angle B is equal to angle C. Angle B is equal to angle C. But if you observe that B and C form a pair of alternate interior angles because they are the interior angles and in the opposite sides of the transversal formed on different vertices. So we can say that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal in measure. So this angle is equal to this angle. Now we can prove it by an alternative method as well. So let me call this angle A and angle B. Angle A is equal to angle B because these two are corresponding angles. Now look at this angle. This angle and angle A form a linear pair of angles because they lie on a straight line. So I can say that this angle is 180 degree minus A. What about this angle? This angle and angle B also form a linear pair of angles because they lie on a straight line. So this angle is 180 degree minus angle B. Now if A and B are equal, 180 minus A will also be equal to 180 minus B. So I can say that this angle is equal to this angle, but these two are alternate interior angles. So once again we have proved that alternate interior angles are equal in measure. So when a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then two pairs of alternate interior angles are formed and each pair is equal. That is, this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle. Now let us see if we can identify a pattern for a pair of alternate interior angles. Once again, we need to find a pattern which includes these two angles. So first, let us draw a line on the transversal. Now I need to contain these two angles or include these two angles. So I need to draw a line here and I need to draw a line here. We see that a Z is formed. What about this case? We draw a line on the transversal, include these two angles. Again we see that an inverted Z is formed. So if we can identify a Z pattern, then the angles included in this pattern are pair of alternate interior angles and they are equal in case of parallel lines. So in parallel lines, a pair of alternate interior angles is equal in measure. Now can you find the value of X? Now let us see if we can find a pattern including X and one of these angles. So we draw a line on the transversal. We need to contain X and we draw a line here. We see a pattern of the form of Z is formed. So a Z-shaped pattern is formed. This means that this angle angle X and this angle are equal, because these are the angles contained in this pattern. So I can say that X and this are the alternate interior angles and they are equal. So X is equal to 115. Now let us come to pair of alternate exterior angles. So exterior angles means they will be outside the two lines. Pair means two angles together are called alternate exterior angles, and alternate means they lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. So exterior angles which lie on the opposite sides of the transversal are called pair of alternate exterior angles. So if you look at these two angles, angle 1 and angle 8, they are the exterior angles. They lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. 1 lies to the left and 8 lies to the right of the transversal. So they are called a pair of alternate exterior angles. Now if you look at angle 2, even angle 2 is an exterior angle. Angle 1 and 2 lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. So can we say that 1 and 2 form a pair of alternate exterior angles? Well, no. The pair of alternate exterior angles have to be formed on different vertices. So they should lie on different vertices. 1 and 2 do not lie on different vertices. So 1 and 2 do not form a pair of alternate exterior angles. 1 and 8 are a pair of alternate exterior angles. Even angle 2 and angle 7 form a pair of alternate exterior angles because they are first of all exterior angles, lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and formed on different vertices. So 2 and 7 also form a pair of alternate exterior angles. Now let us see if we can identify a relation between the pair of alternate exterior angles in case of parallel lines. So these are two parallel lines intersected by a transversal. These two are corresponding angles. We know that in case of parallel lines, corresponding angles are equal. So let's call this as angle A and this as angle B. Since corresponding angles are equal, we can say A is equal to B. Now look at this angle, angle C. Angle B and angle C are vertically opposite angles. We know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So we can say that angle B is equal to angle C. Now, since A is equal to B and B is equal to C, I can say that angle A is equal to angle C. But notice that A and C are alternate exterior angles because they lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and they are exterior angles formed on different vertices. So A and C form a pair of alternate exterior angles, and since A and C are equal, we can say that a pair of alternate exterior angles is equal in measure in case of parallel lines. So if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of alternate exterior angles is equal in measure. So we have proved this. Well, we can prove this by an alternative method as well. Let us see how. Again, these two are corresponding angles, and in case of parallel lines, the corresponding angles are equal. So I can say that angle A is equal to angle B. Now, look at this angle. This angle and angle A lie on a straight line. So they form a linear pair of angles. So this angle is 180 degrees minus A. What about this angle? Let me mark this angle. This angle and angle B form a linear pair of angles. So even this angle is also 180 degrees minus B. Since A and B are equal, 180 minus A should be equal to 180 minus B. So 180 degrees minus A is equal to 180 degrees minus B. So this angle is equal to this angle. But if you notice, these two are a pair of alternate exterior angles. So these two are equal. So once again, we have proved that a pair of alternate exterior angles is equal when the lines are parallel. And in case of parallel lines, two pairs of alternate exterior angles are formed and each pair is equal. So this is equal to this and this is equal to this. So a pair of alternate exterior angles are equal in case of parallel lines. So now can you solve this question? Can you find the value of x? Well, we see that x is an exterior angle. So if we can find the angle among these two which forms a pair of alternate exterior angles with x, then I can say that the value of x is equal to that angle. So let us see. X is an exterior angle. Even these two are exterior angles. So for pair of alternate exterior angles, the other angle has to lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. Since this is the transversal, x lies above this transversal, we have to find the angle which lies below the transversal. That angle is 115 degree. So we can say that 115 degree is equal to x degrees, or x is equal to 115. So the value of x is 115 because this and this form a pair of alternate exterior angles. So a pair of alternate exterior angles in case of parallel lines is equal.